Now, it is the first day on the job for newly confirmed Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. And before he even walked up into the steps of the Pentagon today, he promised to bring major changes. CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata is live at the Pentagon. Charlie, thanks for being here. Can you tell us what changes will be made to DEI policies and what can we expect from an executive order relating to transgender troops?
Yeah, Mugo, we were here this morning when Secretary Hegseth, I'm going to have to get used to saying that, walked up the steps of the Pentagon. You know, he said he was going to be an agent of change. He was actually here over the weekend holding meetings, but sort of officially this is day one. So let's start with the order for the transgender troops first. So according to a fact sheet that we've seen, it simply bans transgender people from serving in the military. We don't have the exact numbers, but an advocacy group that I spoke with this morning put the number in the thousands. There have been some estimates around 15,000. I wasn't steered away from that. But it's difficult because not every transgender service member has self-identified. Some had already gone through the transition process before enlisting. Others might be somewhere along in the process. In fact, in the language of that fact sheet, the president himself explicitly refers to transgender people as trans-identifying, which is contentious enough. So the argument, and it's one that's supported by the incoming secretary, is that allowing transgender personnel to serve on the front lines, it undermines military readiness and unit cohesion. But it's worth noticing, this isn't an immediate blanket ban. This is an executive order. The DOD, including Secretary Hegseth, they have to come up with a plan to implement the policy. Now, as far as DEI is concerned, it gets murky. So Secretary Hegseth's mission was made very clear. He posted on X over the weekend, DOD, he wrote, does not equal DEI. He said no exceptions, no name changes, no delays, and those who did not comply will no longer work here. Now, again, implementing that policy is going to be more difficult. So as I understand it, there's no sort of dedicated DEI department or personnel who work in those programs. So it'll take identifying who would be considered working towards DEI or those sort of policies, and that might come down to human resources when it comes down to personnel in this building. It's going to come down to the individual branches when it comes to their own recruitment and training. So in the past few days, they've already been trying to purge mentions of diversity from websites and training.
Lots of changes coming on that one for sure. Trump is expected to reinstate service members who were discharged for not getting vaccinated. What are the details here?
Yeah, well, that's right. Checking with individual services, because that's how we have to get this information, we estimate that roughly 8,000 service members were discharged for not taking part in the COVID vaccine program. So they were removed from the military back in 2021. That order was rescinded by the Biden administration. Only a few dozen people came back to active duty, genuinely, like 40-something. It might be different this time because not only is back pay on offer, but those personnel who were discharged will be returned to their original rank according to the directive. Again, this will all be in the implementation.
Yeah, so turning now to the previous administration, when President Joe Biden lifted the ban, not many people came back. So do we know if they will give back pay to all 8,000 troops, even if they aren't reinstated in the military? And how much could that possibly cost?
Right, exactly. You can see how complicated it gets, right? And as I said, only 43, roughly 40-something came back of 8,000. So as I understand it, some members were happy to be discharged. They didn't want to come back to the military. But that incentive is there, right? So that back pay is there, and also the return to rank. Now, that may be the hook. I'm not entirely sure that back pay is paid if they don't come back. And it's also worth mentioning, too, I've been drilling down to it a little bit. The way back pay works is it's offset by any income they may have made in their sort of civilian life, quote. So it really, I hate the phrase, but in this term it applies. It really remains to be seen what that uptake is, because 8,000 people, if you were to divide the average salary or multiply it 40,000 U.S. service member, I don't know, it comes out to roughly $1.2 billion if every single person came in and all of that money was back paid. But again, there are so many caveats there.
Yeah, a lot of money we're talking about there, and obviously a lot of unknowns as well. But
A lot.
Charlie D'Agata, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.